Probably one of the most painful situations that any family can go through is when the parents need to get out of their home and get into an environment that's safer for their health benefit. How do you do that?
Well, you're asking one of the most important questions in my life, because I couldn't do it. And I talk about it all the time. First of all, a wonderful geriatric advisor that I know called the older adult, meaning 87, 88 into the 90s, a potato chip. Why a potato chip? Because they look good, but they break so easily. And my mom looked good, but boy, did she break. And she would not go anywhere. She wanted to age in place and be in her home, and it looked fine. And she died while I was on vacation. I never saw her again. So this is a very important personal thing. Acknowledge the fact that your parents are getting old. It's very important for you to admit it to yourself. Then begin to do the work for them. Take them to places over and over again without any pressure on them, right? I work with so many organizations and congregate care facilities on what is called the reception. If they're going to have wheelchairs in the front, the minute somebody comes to look at a place, they are so mistaken as to what they're doing to the potential for people happily going into their facility. So you visit the place first. One of the major problems that I had in my own life was I took my mom to these places and I saw them myself for the first time. Don't do that. You go to the place first, and then you bring the reluctant parent to that place, right? And you make sure that it's a place that's going to greet them with joy, that's going to tell them what kind of activities they have for them that they particularly will like. And, of course, very important, today you can do this temporarily. You can have mom or dad just move into a place for a while and test it out, see what it's like. These are very important things. Encourage them to speak to their friends who have made the move. What did they like? What didn't they like? And then the suffering, honestly, does go away. But you've got to put a little thought into this very major life change.
So let me ask the other extreme. If your parents absolutely die hard, no way over their dead body are they going to leave their house, do you get to a point where you kind of go, okay, and you know that they might fall down the stairs, or they might, you might have a tragedy like you had?
Well,
as crazy as that sounds.
So I will say, as somebody myself who's looking into what my mom used to call the big numbers as we age, look, these people are deserving of self-respect. They make their own decision. And if aging in place is what they want to do, then what you do is help them do that as much as possible. For example, I did make sure that my mother had the devices for falling, the alert services, I guess. They call it the personal response systems, all of these things. Make sure that you have the cell phones with the big numbers so that somebody can make a call and be able to see. Make sure that they do have on their refrigerator the name of any hospital they want to be taken to and all their medications. So you prepare the home for the worst and do what is even more difficult sometimes than having them move. Make sure that they're willing to have somebody come into the home to take care of them. So you do your best and you respect their opinion, and it is ultimately is their opinion.
Well, and it doesn't help just if you move them out of their comfortable environment into a place where they're going to shrink anyway.
That's true.
You don't, sometimes that in some ways is the end of their life. If they've lost their independence, they've lost their home, they've lost the place that they loved.
I comfort myself sometimes. I don't get very comfortable about it, to be honest with you. But my mother was 92, and it is possible that she died just the way she wanted to die. In the home, by herself, independent, having gone to a Chinese restaurant the day before.
You'll never know.
I'll never know.
If you like what you just saw, we have many more videos with Adriane Berg and with more experts at bottomlineinc.com. And do me a favor, do that social thing, share it, tell your friends, tell your family, come to bottomlineinc.com.